Welcome to peerlearning.net. We are about to watch a teacher deliver a jigsaw lesson with peer learning. We will be able to look over his shoulder as he delivers the lesson and watch how the students engage with one another and with the lesson content. We will see how peerlearning.net makes it easy to implement best practice and small group learning by managing the lesson logistics and providing opportunities for the teacher to actively monitor student work. The first step in any lesson with peerlearning.net is the discussion of the social skill. The teacher uses the sentence starters to scaffold the social skill for the students, and together they discuss why the skill is important and how it could help their groups work better. Then the teacher and class set the goal for the lesson, which is the number of times that he would like to hear this skill used by the class during the lesson.
So, we need to set our goal. Zephyr.
65.
65. We're setting a goal of 65. That means everyone's going to have to participate on this. Okay, we got it. All right, I love it. Move to your assigned pairs, please.
Now the students transition to their preparation pairs. Peerlearning.net guides the students in their transition, specifying the purpose of the upcoming phase of the lesson and each student's partner or partners. In preparation pairs, they will read and process their materials and prepare to teach it to their peers. The students refer to their task list for this phase and take turns reading the materials aloud.
And the crimes against humanity. The trials took place in Nuremberg, Germany from 1945 to 1946 and involved key leaders.
When they finish their reading, they take notes in peerlearning.net. They will use these notes later in the lesson to guide their teaching. They may also create a graphical teaching aid on paper to organize their teaching and emphasize the main ideas. While the students are working, the teacher is free to move around the room, listen to the conversations, and answer questions. Students are actively engaged in discussing lesson concepts, so the teacher can hear and immediately correct any misunderstandings or misconceptions.
Yeah, an architect means like someone who developed the camps, someone who developed the railroad system, intelligence gathering.
Mm-hmm. They used those and they wanted to just, like, he worked kind of like for the government a little bit.
Exactly, right?
So,
and they're looking to try to seek justice no matter where they are in the world.
Yeah.
Excellent. Great job.
The teacher is also listening for examples of the defined social skill and can update the counter as they are heard. As the students finish their tasks for this phase, they check off their task list and click the Done button, indicating that they are finished with this phase of the lesson and ready to move to the next phase. As the students click the Done button, a green check mark appears next to their names on the teacher screen, so the teacher can get the status of the class at a glance and give more support to those groups that need it. The teacher can also review students' notes in real time to make sure that they are on the right track. At the end of the preparation pair phase, the students transition to practice pairs.
Thank your partner that you were just working with. Thank your partner. Move to your new group now, please.
As before, peerlearning.net guides the students in their transition. In practice pairs, students will practice teaching their peers. The students refer to their task list for this phase and take turns practicing their teaching. If they hear something they missed from their practice pair partner, they can update their notes or their teaching aid.
They could change the world for the worse or for the better. That's what I had for the third one. Some of the mess is war.
As the students finish the tasks for this phase, they check off their task list and click the Done button, indicating that they are finished with this phase of the lesson. Now the students transition to peer instruction, where they will teach and learn with their peers. Peerlearning.net indicates the student in each group that is the first teacher and provides that student with the teaching task list. The rest of the students are learners and are given the learning task list.
This is about like the class they were.
As the peer teacher shares what they have learned, the learners take notes in peerlearning.net. As the students finish their teaching and answer questions, they check off their task list and click the Switch Roles button. Peerlearning.net rotates the teaching responsibility to the next student, giving them the teacher task list. Teaching and learning with peers in this way has significant benefits for student engagement and promotes deeper learning and greater retention.
It helped the world heal because it was holding people who were involved accountable.
When students are done teaching and learning, the teacher leads a whole class discussion on the social skill. The teacher makes a special effort to recognize the students that did well in using the social skill during the lesson, providing them with positive behavior support. Now the students have an opportunity to reflect on their experience. They rate their engagement, teamwork, learning, and enjoyment during the lesson, then discuss their ratings with their teammates, sharing their experiences and identifying ways that they could collaborate better next time. These student ratings are recorded and made available for the teacher, who can use them as a valuable source of feedback on the lesson. The students are then instructed to provide one another with specific positive feedback for something they did that contributed to the success of the group. PeerLearning.net provides sentence starters and specifies the order of
We
sharing.
learned a lot, honestly, from each other. The collaboration was good.
Helping each other out.
Like
Yeah,
that's the
of course.
And
I did enjoy
This positive behavior support reinforces the good things that the students did during the lesson and cements the positive relationships that have developed during the lesson.
Give yourselves a huge hand. Well done. And the peer learning software has allowed for the opportunities for my students to not only work with a partner, but then another partner in a group of 3. And by the end we've run 6 of these lessons, and I would say that they've probably had an opportunity to work with everyone in our classroom. And that has been incredibly powerful. I've seen our relationships deepen within the classroom. I also feel that overall, the learning, as we go back and assess how much learning actually happened within these lessons, I feel like the retention of the material is much higher than when we're doing just strictly a slideshow or we're just teaching and taking notes. It really has changed my understanding of what real engagement looks like within a classroom.
Individual committed crimes were being executed and sent to life.
It seems like when they have an opportunity to teach each other, that they listen to each other, and then they also have an opportunity to learn from each other.
I know that they had like some of the survivors.
Right. But why is it important that I felt that it was really actually very user-friendly and also student-centered and very supportive of students. So the students found it's not challenging for them to use. For me as a teacher, it was very easy for me to not only use the technology, but to use it effectively, where I can go back and I can check notes, I can assign students who might need another student to be a support student for them, and I can buddy them up together and have students all feel as if they're supported within this classroom, and that's been incredibly powerful. One of the things that is really powerful about this is how the students are really carrying the cognitive load, and with that it allows me to be a teacher that can drop into each one of these groups. Which one was yours?
We did the hunt for the weapon.
Tell me what you learned. What have you learned so far about it?
I learned that when they started the hunt, they would inform the public.
And push a conversation, but not be the driver of the conversation. They're doing the work, and I'm helping support where necessary, which frees me up. I don't have classroom management issues. I don't have issues with students not being held accountable within the work. The software does that for you. There's accountability and opportunities to read aloud and collaborate on notes. All of that is built in.
Created the International Criminal Court. Is that justice?
This framework, I feel like, is some of the most powerful framework, the most powerful framework that I've ever used as far as my educational career.
It was definitely easier to learn since it allowed me to be able to become a master in one topic and then share what I learned with others. And then the other people know the master of their topic and they're able to share that expertise with me. And that helps me understand on a deeper level of what actually is going on.
Well, yeah, this class I think is good because of like the software and everything. I really liked it because like all the reading that I can do and everything, everyone that's helping me out, like I can understand from other people, not just myself.
I really enjoy this peer learning lesson, teaching like my table mates like, you know, what I've learned, and they could also learn it too.